Hello, good day. Welcome to Jonah Talks Education. My name is Jonah Olebo and I am the Director and CEO of Lecture Learning. Now, the reason for this YouTube channel is to help parents and students alike to really help you with how you can help your child achieve success in their education. And I want to use this channel to inspire parents and to give tips, advice, strategies around different things related to education. I believe that giving your child a good education is the greatest legacy that you can leave for them. And so I hope that this channel will be one that inspires not just you, but your friends, your family, your children, and any other person that you know. So I really want to encourage you to make sure you subscribe right now to this channel, and do please share with other parents, because I think it's going to make a big difference and it's going to really help parents. And I want to make sure that it continues to be something that parents can use to inspire their children. So today I'm going to be talking about how to help your child develop great study habits. Okay, so the first thing I will talk about is number one. There's a lot of research that has been done around study habits, and the fact that the more a child is independent in their study habits, being able to revise and study on their own, the more independence they have doing that, the more it impacts on their progress. And so it's really important that you, as a parent, and as parents, we need to really try and inspire our children to develop great study habits, because it's going to make it's the number one factor that makes the most difference for young people in terms of how they make progress academically. So you investing that time as a parent to help your child develop that good study habits is something that's going to pay benefits for years and years to come. So we really want to talk about that, and this is the first edition. So number one thing that you need to do is establish a consistent routine. Now, anything that is not consistent, that you have not created a consistent timetable on, will never happen, will not become a habit or a skill that children take forward. So it's really important that you get your children to have a consistent time in which they revise. And for some children, it might be evenings might be the best time, because if they're actively in school, they come back from school, they might have their dinner and they might have some time just to relax. And then it might be, say, something like 5:30 to maybe 7 o'clock, 1.5 hours, or maybe 2 hours, depending on what the year group is in school. If they have that every single day in their calendar, and you could do that Monday to Friday, and they could then have a different extended time on Saturdays, and maybe then have a rest time on Sundays, or time just to plan what the week is going to look like. So the first thing is encourage a structured daily routine, which includes that dedicated time of study. Because once it's structured and the kids know that this is the time we revise, and there's no distractions, no mobile phones, no television. It's funny when I see children say, I revise back best when I'm watching TV. Complete nonsense, because, that's just a distraction. Or I revise better when I have my phone with me. That's not true, because what's going to happen, they're going to spend their time going on Instagram, Facebook, and messing around, chatting with their friends, or going and playing Fortnite on their phones. You don't want that. You want to make sure that that time is strictly for study. So number one, establish a consistent routine, and that means a structured time every single day, Monday to Friday, when they do their revision and when they do their study. Okay? The second thing that's really important is designate a study space. Okay, now because Lextra is the tuition company that I run. I have found students actually doing their tutoring sitting on the bed, and just relaxing like this. And that worries me, because what that tells me is probably that child does not have a real proper table and space for their learning. And I cannot say how important this is. Find a space within the house where it's possible to have a desk and a chair, a comfortable chair they can sit on, a good desk space, and it might not be anything massive, but just a space where they know this is my reading space, is free of clutter, is effective for them to have paper and pen to write on, to put their computer, or to have a couple of books when they're reading or studying. Really important, okay, to ensure that you create a quiet, well-lit, and comfortable study environment, because that dedicated space will make sure that they have the time to focus on their learning. So, number one, establish a consistent routine. Number two, designate a study space and provide the furniture and equipment for them to have a space that works well. Number three is set them realistic goals. Okay? Now, goal setting is something young people don't do a lot or don't do enough of. But the point of setting a goal is, so I give an example. If a child is in year 11, they need to have a goal, what grades they want to achieve. Because what that's going to do for them, the goals is going to do, is it's going to inspire them. It's going to help them have a reason, a why for their revision. Kids struggle to revise and to put effort into it if they don't have anything they are aiming for or anything they are seeking to achieve. So help your child set realistic goals. Break down those goals to manageable tasks. What do I need to do every week to get me to my goal? So it's really important to teach your children to set a goal for their revision. So what grades do I want to achieve? What books do I need to read? Okay. In what time frame do I need to read it? And that will really put some reason behind their revision and make it something that is effective. The danger of just telling your child, revise, if they don't have anything they have their vision focused on, or they're looking forward to why they're doing that, is really difficult to help them excel or achieve. And sometimes the goal might be, a child could be a set 3 for maths and say, my goal is that I want to be in set 1. And that could be something that drives them to go and revise and do the work they need to. So, third one, set realistic goals. Teach your children to set realistic goals. And it does not matter how small those goals are. What's important that they have something they are focused on. The fourth thing is to prioritize time management. Okay? Instill in your child the importance of managing their time wisely. Show them how to use tools like planners, even digital calendars, diaries, because if they learn the art of managing their time, having diaries, having planners. I mean, kids use planners in schools because that planner is meant to tell them where they need to be, when their tests are, or what events they need to go to. My advice is possibly invest in them having a small diary of their own where they can write things, write their goals, write the things that they need to do on a daily basis, and block out that time we've talked about that needs to be a consistent study time. If they have those things, it really, really helps your child to ensure that they know how to effectively manage their time to achieve the success that they need to. The final one I'm going to be talking about in today's session is encourage them to have regular breaks. Now, the break will depend on how long the study time is. I will say have at least a 10-minute break for every 90-minute study. And for younger children, it might be that they have a 30 or 45-minute study and then they have a break. But try and make sure that the break is something which is reasonable. I think a 10 minutes time where they get up, leave the space, go and get something from the fridge, a drink or whatever it is, or get a snack, and then go back into their study can be extremely helpful and useful. So those are the 5 things I want to talk about today. Next edition, which might be in a couple of days' time, I'll be talking about 5 more things that will help your child develop their good study habits. So let me just remind you the 5 ones I've discussed today. Number 1, establish a consistent routine. Number 2, designate a study space. Number 3, set realistic goals. Number 4, prioritize time management. And then the 5th one for today is encourage regular breaks. I hope this has been extremely useful to you. Don't forget to subscribe so that you get to know when the next when I release more editions of Jonah Talks Education. And please do share this with your friends. I'm sure you have other parents who want to hear this kind of stuff that helps them, because I think it's extremely useful. Share Jonah Talks Education with your friends because it will help them. This is Jonah Olebo again at Jonah Talks Education. It's good to have you. I'll see you sometime soon. Bye-bye.